Once upon a time, Millie. You excited? I'll take your silence as a yes. Back to my Once Upon a Time. This is episode 7 of season 3, and I'm very excited to carry on, see what's going to happen next. I'm really loving this season so far, and I can't wait to see where you're going to take it next. Last episode was great as well. We were introduced to Ariel and that whole kind of Little Mermaid story, with Regina being Ursula for a little bit, and then the real one showed up. So that was really cool how they did that, and then we got Neil back as well in Neverland, and that caused a lot of secrets to be revealed, and there's a bit of tension in the air, to say the least. So I'm quite excited to see where they're going to take that, and how they're going to explore that potential divide between many people, particularly I think Mary Margaret and David. She's not best pleased with him, so we'll see what happens there, but I'm very excited to carry on with the season and see what's going to happen next. So let's get into it.
He said others were coming.
Everyone was doing their best faces then. I appreciated it. Oh, more the fuckers. Crash the car. Hi-ho! Damn! Oh. Well, gonna have to kill them.
Pan is ears everywhere. I can't risk telling you.
Oh, good.
How?
Find a woman named Belle.
Guess you'll just have to trust me.
An easy thing to do.
We need to get Henry ready.
As in, like, dressing up all nice?
I need to have a chat with our friend in the other cage.
Yes, who's in there?
Then we get Henry and we get the hell back to Storybrooke.
Yes. No.
Can I say something?
Me. I think the guy who played Sneezy passed away recently, didn't he? So, rest in peace, man. Yep. What was in that sandwich?
Let me make sure she never leaves this town again.
These are the most evil glasses I've ever seen.
You miss him?
Yeah.
Well done. Real professional in your field, I can see.
Maybe you didn't notice a sign, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Now you got a dress code? I seem to recall some Ruby outfits that are seared into my brain.
They're unwitting pawns in Pan's game.
God, glad you find time to do this.
He's really into being cryptic, isn't he?
You've at least given like a colour or something.
He didn't tell you about his illness because he wanted to keep the focus on the mission. I get that. Good to see you've inherited his tunnel vision. What does that mean? Nothing.
Now.
If your family's here, Henry, wife may come for you.
Bastard.
Never been you.
Our dalliance.
Dalliance.
You don't know, do you? Well, this is awkward. The two of us shared a kiss. Apologies, I assume she told you.
I would have thought he'd heard it. He was in the same room. It was a very echoey cave.
Focus on getting our son back. Dark Hollow.
Really? How couldn't it be called something like Sunshine Valley or Rainbow Cove? What exactly is it?
That's what it sounds like. Darkest spot in the entire island.
That's where we're gonna find Pan's shadow, right?
Yeah. It's the only way we'll ever get back to Storybrooke.
Is that where Mr. Gold's shadow is?
Rumpel said I'd find a hiding space with the strength of our love.
The missing bit of the chipped cup. You stabbed Pan with it.
Could have been talking about.
That's a
Oh.
teacup. Do we make tea?
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You enchanted it. It's a key.
It's a Rubik's Cube.
It's a box.
Give it to Pan and he just gets so frustrated trying to solve it, he just dies.
But I didn't realize it was real. Or that Rumpel had it.
What is it?
It's Pandora's box.
Oh!
It says it contains
I love
the
Pandora's
world's
box in like all the
darkest
legends. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm not afraid of you or your gun. And not just because I don't know what it is.
Shall we demonstrate?
Oh,
The
dear.
box. What is it?
Peter Pandora's box. Ha!
Would you want...
We're going to have to cut our way through.
Here, use this.
Since when are you sentimental? I thought Emma would wish to have something to remember you by.
Oh, thanks. She's got me now.
What was that about?
Whoopsie.
Because I was hoping it meant something.
What meant something was that you told us Neil was still alive. Thank you.
That was very good of him.
Kept Pan's information to yourself.
So when I win your heart, Emma, and I will win it. It won't be because of any trickery. It will be because you want me.
Oh.
It's not a contest, Huck.
Isn't it? You're gonna have
Feels
to
like
choose,
one.
Emma. You realize that, don't you? Because neither one of us is going to give up.
And I think I have to choose is the best way.
Never
to
gonna
make
give you up.
Dark Hollow. So this is where the victims of
Darkest place on the island. This is like the best lit scene of the whole season so far.
Even after the magic wears off this bracelet, I'll find him and I will tell him how I feel. As long as he lives near the beach.
Bracelet.
Yeah.
Is that what turned your tail into legs?
Yeah, why?
I think we can get out of here.
She can slide her way out. That's what I was
By
thinking.
stretching your fins. Got it!
Oh. Immediately dies of dehydration.
See?
Nice, quiet jungle.
David's like, I wish it had just fucking killed me.
You need to say something.
Something.
Why? You didn't? You didn't tell me anything.
At first, I was hoping that I could find a
Good
cure
point.
for the poison.
Did you think I would ever leave your side?
No, I knew you
Aw.
wouldn't. That's what scared me. And I didn't want
Oh.
that for you. I didn't...
I would happily build a treehouse and spend the rest of my days dodging poisoned arrows and lost boys as long as I had you by my side.
Oh.
But you should have told me.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry.
Make out. If she gets poisoned, we're sorted. Get cured, just live together forever.
I got it.
Well, I've only got one hand. I could do better than that.
You know what? Now's not the time to try to impress Emma.
Oh, you think that's what I'm doing?
Really? You're doing this now?
You heard her. We're gonna
Children. Children.
Get the candle lit.
Harder than it looks, huh, pal? Let me see.
Had one try. Oh my god, you're both kids.
Guys, we don't have time for this.
Those shadows are creepy fucking things though. Yeah, use her power to light it. She made 5 in the last one, she got angry at Regina. It all makes sense.
How did she do that?
By being fucking badass. Rip.
You should know when to walk away.
Walk away, yeah, yeah.
Never.
Oh. How'd you idiots not move out of the way? Ah.
We will save your sister.
Who is she?
Her name is Wendy. Wendy, darling.
Oh!
If you see her,
Is she the one in the other
John
cage?
and Michael are waiting for her.
Holy fuck! Oh, I like that. That's cool. Oh, it is her.
Why?
Oh, that's gonna be weird when her little brothers are now her older brothers.
Get Wendy. But that doesn't mean you can't come out and play.
Oh dear. The days when I used to ship Pan and Wendy. Maybe not in this show. Well done, Belle. You did your bit.
Where's the island, Henry? Its power is fading.
So Pam wants Henry to like restore Neverland or something?
Are you gonna be okay? There has to be a... Please, go. Before you two become ill.
Are they using her to make Henry want to do this? Because where's that weird guy gone?
I'll come back for you.
Well done. I couldn't have played the part better myself.
Is that jealousy?
Of Belle? I think not.
No. Of having someone.
Now you can have legs whenever you want. Or Finn.
Yeah.
Whatever Eric sent you these days.
Thank you.
When you return to
It's
story,
a hell of a fetish.
seeking, tell Belle I love her, and that she was right.
Aw.
I will see her again.
Yes.
I choose Henry.
Yes!
He's the only love I have room for in my life.
Aw, that's wholesome. I like that.
Is it really you?
Yeah. Most people call me Neil now.
We did it.
He is all that matters, and if he's the only thing that came from us being together, I say we did all right.
Yeah. And let's go get our son back.
Yes!
Why so glum, chum?
He's so charismatic, it's kind of annoying because he's the bad guy.
How do I do it?
The
No!
question isn't how, Henry. It's where.
Are you up to the task?
Let's say no, please.
Yes.
Disappointed but not surprised. Oh, fuck. Okay, that was an awesome episode. Again, I loved it. I liked Tinkerbell turning up again at the end there. Hopefully she can follow through on her plans, but it's always cool when they have like the storyline being mainly set on Neverland, when like Peter Pan characters like pop up. So it's cool seeing her again. We'll see what happens with the escape plan. I imagine something's going to go wrong with the whole shadow thing, but you know, it's a nice little idea. We'll see what happens. That is the exciting thing, because with like previous seasons, you kind of, you know, a story like, oh, Regina's like going to be the villain for like the long term, because she gets like flashbacks and she's kind of a big bad like that, and you know she's going to have like, she's going to be around for a long time. Whereas I don't really know how long this whole story arc is going to last. So for all I know, that, you know, it could end in the next episode, it could end in episode 13, I don't know. I don't know precisely when, you know, storylines end. So I do kind of enjoy that aspect of this whole story as well. I just think it works really, really well, like really not knowing, because I kind of assumed with like season 1, oh yeah, they'll like stop Regina or something, or stop Gold's plans or whatever in the season finale, but with here, you know, this is moving at such a pace, which I think is doing wonders for it. You know, I don't think it's going to be like a whole season thing, and I feel like the season is like split up in like 2 arcs, kind of like what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started to do in like later seasons. And I honestly think that's such a good way of going about it when there's a show with like 22 episodes a season. I always think it's very good to do like mini story arcs that make it up. And I think that's kind of what they're doing with season 3. And I really love that formula. I think it's just doing such great things, because this season's just killing it. I really love it so far. And this was just another amazing example of that. I love the reveal of who was in like the other box thing, the other like cage, and it was Wendy, and her grown-up brothers came to Storybrooke, which was great. I loved the kind of reveal of who they were, and that Wendy's there, and Pan like using her to manipulate Henry into like doing his bidding, and you know, giving him what he really wants under the false pretense that he just wants to save Neverland and do shit like that. So again, just showing what an amazing villain Pan is, and honestly, I wish I want him to stick around until season 7, because I can't get enough of watching him. The actor, I know I say it every single episode, but the actor's just so good. It does help that I really like the Peter Pan story anyway, and I love the villainous side of him. And then bringing the Wendy aspect into it, and actually seeing like Pan and Wendy interact, which is obviously like the age-old pairing, but with such like the once upon a time twist to it. It's just really exciting to see, and how like she's being used and stuff like that, and how they kind of referring to the flashbacks we kind of got at the end of season 2 with the Darlings and stuff. I really, really love how that's all tied back into it. How they set up this kind of big reveal at the end of last season in a similar way, they set up Emma making fire, like storing the candle in the coconut thing in this episode. They set that up in the last one, where she kind of, with Regina kind of pissing her off basically, she made fire last time. I love how that came back into this. Very, very cleverly done. So yeah, the Darlings popping up again. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but the acting of the older brothers... but you know, that didn't really take much away from the reveal, because I just think it was so well done. So yeah, I really enjoyed the incorporation of the Darling children again. That's really cool, and how that allowed Belle and Ariel to get through to them and get them to help. Really, really love that. And yeah, the dynamic between Henry and Pan I always find very, very interesting, and hopefully that's going to be something we see a lot more of. Given that ending, I feel like they're going to get quite a few scenes together very soon, maybe in the next episode, at that Skull Rock place. Which I'd be okay with, because I really like that kind of dynamic. I think it's a very interesting thing to explore, and yeah, Pan's just such a great villain, and the fact that Henry's the heart of the truest believer is kind of the point of this storyline, is that it can almost be seen as a flaw, whereas I think it's always been like a good thing before, because, you know, you can break the curse and shit like that, because Emma's the saviour and he's the son of the saviour. So it was interesting exploring kind of the negative sides of being such a good person, like my son. My son's the best. But I do enjoy them kind of exploring that, and I hope we get to see a lot more of that dynamic with Pan. So that was great. And seeing Storybrooke again was awesome as well. I really did enjoy that. Because it's been, you know, quite a bit. I don't think we've seen it so far this season. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that was the first time we've really properly caught up with them. And just seeing like the dwarves again, the Blue Fairy, who else was there? Jiminy Cricket, Granny. Just seeing that lot pop up again was great. And obviously we had seen Belle as like the visions and stuff, but this is like proper Belle coming back, and I liked her kind of struggling with whether or not she should be a hero, and then her working with Ariel was really cool. I liked how they linked the, you know, the chipped cup into them finding Pandora's box, which was a great thing. I really like the kind of legend of Pandora's box and stuff like that. So them incorporating that kind of legend and the Pandora's box object into this was really cool. I love like a prop of that Pandora's box, actually. That was a really cool design. So I like how that could be like the object that could potentially defeat Pan. Looking forward to seeing how it could do that, but I'm sure we'll get more of that. So incorporating Pandora's box into it was also very, very cool. Love seeing Storybrooke again. Belle, stepping the fuck up. I love her. She was great. I liked her working with Ariel. Hopefully we can follow Ariel a bit more as well, and she finds Eric in Storybrooke. But I did like that Regina kind of held her end of the bargain with that. And Golden Regina's kind of chat about, you know, having someone that you love, and the fact that Regina doesn't have that. But they obviously set up the whole thing with Robin Hood quite a few episodes ago, so maybe we'll circle back to that at some point. Because they keep mentioning that Regina doesn't have anyone. So yeah, all the Storybrooke stuff I really enjoyed as well. It was great to just see those occasions again, really, and catch up with the characters, however brief it was for some of them. It was just a really nice thing, and I really liked what they did with Belle's kind of story arc, and wondering if, you know, Gold really needed her at Storybrooke, or if, you know, it was just so she wouldn't come along. And it turns out he really did trust her with that purpose, and she trusts him in return to kind of come back to her. So it's just a really nice relationship they've kind of built up between those two. So I really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, the kind of like hologram magic message thing was a bit, I don't know, that didn't feel quite right to me. I don't know, because it was such a magic thing, and then it's just a hologram. I don't know. Maybe it was the effect of it, or, you know, who knows. But anyway, that's a tiny little thing, but I still really love that kind of storyline and Storybrooke, and everyone kind of doing their bit to help everyone in Neverland. It was really, really cool to see them all again. And yeah, Gold and Regina interacting is always gold, so I love their scenes with them. And then Mary Margaret and David, they're still having a bit of an argument, but I think they came to a bit more of an understanding in this episode. David admitting he's scared. I really love the relationship between those two as well. I remember the season 1 days when I was obsessed with Mary Margaret and David, like getting together, telling them to make out every 5 seconds when they were on screen. This is crazy, like, to think that there was once upon a time they didn't remember who they really were, and I was obsessed. And my reaction to that kiss in episode 10 of season 1, man. I've calmed down a bit now on that relationship, you know, I'm not as like in every scene, but I still adore them together, and I think they're very, very sweet, and I liked how far Snow would have been willing to go to stay on that island with David, just, you know, to be with him. I really, really like their relationship a lot as well. Very, very wholesome, and it's one of the things that really got me into the show as well, my investment in those two. So I love that they continue to kind of explore them, and they aren't afraid to kind of give that couple challenges and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. I still think they'll find a way to get David off the island and back to Storybrooke, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But I did really, really enjoy them kind of patching things up, I think. So that was really nice. You know, Mary Margaret did make some good points in that kind of fight about why, and I agreed with them, and she was like, even when he got cured, he still didn't tell her. I was like, why didn't you tell her then? And she made that point as well. So I like that they kind of really addressed that and talked through their feelings on that. That was great. And then, yeah, the kind of triangle, I guess, with Emma, Neil and Hook. Oh, man. I thought they were setting up for her to choose which one to, like, save first when they have their shadows ripped out. But she just obviously used the magic instead, which I much preferred. Because I really didn't know who she would have gone for if she had to, like, try and save one of them first. But it would have been an interesting thing to follow through with that and make her choose at that moment. But I think if you did go through that and make her, you know, make a choice, I think some part of the fan base would have gotten upset either way. So maybe it's for the best that she doesn't use the magic. But yeah, I liked how civil they were being, Neil and Hook, at the start of the episode, but then they just resorted to being little children, and I'm just like, oh, get over yourselves. I choose neither of you if you're going to be like that, you know. But I am interested in seeing where they're going to take it, and I did like what Hook was saying to her, you know, I will win your heart, and, you know, you'll want me when I do. It's not for any other reason, which I think was nice. And Neil said kind of a similar thing in the last episode when he said, you know, he's never going to stop fighting for her. But I also liked what he said after she was like, I choose Henry, which was a great scene. I love that she kind of had that decision. Hopefully that can just put that argument on hold at least for a little while, because you just need to focus on Henry now. But I did enjoy her saying that, and then Neil being like, even if, you know, Henry's the only thing that came out of us being together, we still did good. I really liked that sentiment as well. Moments like that make me really like Neil as a character, even if he's not one of my absolute favourites. I actually much prefer the character when he's a kid, but still, I still like Neil a lot. But I've already said my thoughts on the whole love triangle thing a couple of episodes ago, so we'll see what happens with it. But I did very much enjoy the conflict being resolved by Emma saying that she chooses Henry. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was very, very cool. But yeah, really, really great episode. Again, I can't wait to see where we're going to go with this. The whole thing with Pan and Henry and the Darlings and stuff was great. I loved seeing Storybrooke again, that whole story arc. Got some great character moments with Mary Margaret and David and Emma and Neil and Hook. Really, really good stuff, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Fantastic episode. This season is everything. I don't want this story arc to end, so I'm just going to save it every second we have left with it, because I really don't know when it's going to get wrapped up. But yeah, fantastic episode, and till my next reaction, thanks for watching.